All right, guys, give me just a few moments and we will get this rocking and rolling. All right, just making sure we're good to go. And what time is it? 10:40. See what we can pull off today. All right, we have Bitcoin ETF OTC. We have Bitcoin OTC 2. And plus 92%. Looks pretty good. Oy, okay. Let's go ahead and set everything up. So I want to trade Bitcoin ETFs today. And well, just because kind of a honestly, if you really want to talk about it, it's pretty bad to trade right now because you kind of like back into the range, but we're gonna scalp it up a little bit and see what we can do. I'm gonna start off with like how I tell you always. We're gonna start off with just a couple $100. Put that there, drag this there. If you're wondering what am I doing, making my support and resistance pretty easy to do considering that it is just doing the swing highs and the swing lows. And that is totally distracted trying to do that. Easy to do because it's moving in a range and we have some pretty clear support and resistance. Now, I'm you can do this. It's always better to do it on the 5-minute time frame. Right, and let's take a look what that looks like right here. But it's kind of messy, right? So coming down to the 1 minute, since that's what we're going to be trading in, we can manage to go off this, and this way it kind of tells us what to expect. All right, now just Bitcoin in general. Let's take a look. BTC ETF. Pancake swap chain. Let's just see what Bitcoin's doing in general. Okay, it's up. Yeah, Bitcoin's trading at 114,000, right? But kind of moving in a downward slope. Overall trend on the daily. Weekly is going to tell a different story. It tells us going up, bouncing off the 25 EMA, right? So, pretty bullish sentiment. All right, you didn't come here for me to go over the news. If you would like, tell me, drop a comment, let me know. I can give you my comments and my opinions based on that. Okay, let's bring this down a little bit and zoom in. Middle of a range, we got a rejection because of here, a rejection of a lower price, which where it closed out, started to overtake. Okay, so 45 seconds, that's what we were trading at on that time frame. Let's go to $100 now, but I don't want to do by the asset price by the time. Pending trades. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to take a look here. Rejection of a lower price, pretty strong. So it's probably going to go up, but we want a confirmation here. Remember, it's always a bad idea to trade exactly in the middle of this unless you're feeling risky. But we want to see what this candle is going to be doing to confirm. Remember, like that 3 candle rule of a confirmation? Yeah, see, it's going to go up. And we'll take it to 30 and see what's the time frame on this. 10 seconds. Yeah, it's going to go up. especially in the next 30 seconds. I would be surprised if it doesn't. Okay, but just kind of testing and check. And what's happening? Okay. That sucks. Oh, okay. We won, which I was right. We came out profitable on that trade. For some reason, everything kind of like froze up on me. All right, so breaking above the resistance level. We want a confirmation here before we jump in. Just because what will happen, it can just kind of come up a little bit and then shoot back down. Um, that's not what we want. Right, okay. Yeah, you see now we have here. So this is going to be our confirmation. If this candle closes below our support level, I'm going to bank that it's going to continue to be driven down. But I need a confirmation at least. Pretty strong rejection on the higher price. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, and if you thought, oh, okay, it closed above that, and if you've seen that little green coming up, you're like, oh, and you enter in your trade, what's going to happen here is that you're going to get faked out. And I got faked out a couple times yesterday. Very, very bad habit. Yeah. And engulfing candle. Let's see what's going to happen here before I go, because this is a little iffy moment. We're going to come back and retest this. You can kind of see it kind of stayed around right here is kind of a historical moment. Not historical, but it shows us a bit of a pattern, what it likes to do when it gets to that support level. And here as well, you have three candles just kind of hanging above the resistance level. So we don't want to enter in yet. And this is when we're waiting for confirmation. Each time it does that, it goes down. See how that goes? And it's going down now. And that's my confirmation that I needed. Because I can enter a good spot. Do I want to double? Yeah. I want to double down on it. And now you see what I'm talking about, right? So, yeah. Ooh, very good. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And double up that. Oh, rejection of lower price. What's going to happen? Now, this is scalping. It's very dangerous. When I say it's very dangerous, that you can lose your cash. So here I'm going to wait just a little bit just because it's kind of iffy. I don't want to go up because I just see this momentum continuing pushing down. And I just want to wait out because we can have another moment like this one right here, right? Do you see this? How it's kind of like, if you can't, like coming back and forth. We don't want that. So kind of what it kind of looks like. A little bit of uncertainty. Mhm. Okay, broke above it. Now, where's our confirmation that it's going to stay there? Another fake out. Let's take a look. It's been banging on this, but as you can tell, it's just constantly getting rejected above that. So a key moment to pay attention to. Rejecting a lower price. We're halfway through this candle. Mm-hmm. Still getting rejected. Let's see if it's going to kind of come back down below, well, what's acting as support now in previous resistance. And we're going to see what it's going to look like within here. So we don't have any confirmation yet. We're going to stay out of it. Now I'm playing it a little bit more carefully now because what we had within the last week of doing streams, um, we had 20K, right? We had 5, we had 8. I think yesterday, if I remember, it's like 8,000, right, in profit. So we're very good because the account went from I think 19,000 total or 23,000 in total, and now we're sitting at exactly $65,000. And even earlier, we started at 64,000, and we're already about $1,000 in total. And you can kind of see my profits right here. So 184, 184, 92, and then yesterday, this is where we started from yesterday. So we're not going to be greedy now because we really pumped up this account. So we're going to kind of take it a little bit easy, a little bit here. And you can do this now, like you see those first couple of trades, it was $200, right? Um, so if you have $1,000 account, you would have made this pretty much. So it's very easy to make 200-300 bucks in a day. Here's our moment. Did I miss it? Yeah, it's gonna go down. Now, when you enter a trade, you always need to like catch your eyes looking past. And this is because I made this mistake here. What is that mistake? You may ask right here. Because that's kind of like think of it um, like a shadow support level. And since I'm going short, it could bounce off that. And that's what you're seeing right here. Very risky. So unless it has the power to push through that, there we go. All right, we banked on it, but pay attention to that. So if you need to mark these like little moments, now if it's just like touches and comes back down like a little swing high, ignore it. But when you see it kind of sits as a range that shows a little bit of thickness to it, that's a moment to pay attention to. So let me go up here. I'm going to put a horizontal line. Let me touch it. I want to make it yellow to pay attention to it. Yellow. And I want to make it fat. Yeah. Because I want to pay attention to that later on. And you'll see when I line it up here what's taking place. So here's that moment, but you also see that swing high, touches it, it gets rejected from that as well, comes down, comes up, breaks above it, right? A little bit and comes back down as well. So, and I'm sure, yep. So now it's support. Now, yeah. So we want that one there. 30 seconds. We're coming up above the resistance level. We want a confirmation. It's got some push to it. We're breaking above it quite well. Mm-hmm. We don't want to enter it now because we already missed that moment. So we'll let it go down. And this is probably going to close above it. It's going to show us about halfway through the next candle. Will give us enough confirmation. Should we go long or should we go short? But let's take a look. Yeah, you see this right here? That's that pushback that's coming in on this candle right here. So, yeah. Why we always kind of pay attention to the past. The past tells us the future, believe it or not. How much momentum does the selling pressure have? That's the big question right now. And she's going down. So I'm not going to hop in this candle either, unless it starts to go bullish and there's a huge wick coming from it. Then that's kind of my signal that I can kind of go up a little bit. But this little area makes me a little bit nervous, and we're going down. So now the bears have stepped in and they're driving the price lower. So imagine you got up here, and you're like, yeah, 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 we're going, and then boom. See, this is why. Always pay attention to that pass, especially the swings, and have your markers. I don't have that marker there. It's not too powerful. Um, I mean, like if we put a window, and I'll show you what I mean a little bit later on before we end the trading session. I'll show you what I mean by keeping it as a window. Now, I have the practice of making just a line because I can kind of judge it from there. But if you're a beginner in trading, I would recommend using the lines. I'm waiting actually for this candle too to pay attention to what's happening. But I'll go ahead and show you now actually, since we are waiting. So you have that like little rectangle, right? Yeah, there you go. You kind of see what I mean? So let me move this and I'm going to drag it like this. So this area, when you have it like right here, make it just a little bit lower because you treat it as a window. These lines, each of these lines should be treated like a window. And that's going to kind of tell us that point. Now, because that's a moment we can get pushed if we're trying to go, uh, if we're trying to short the market, obviously I will put that red because when we get there, that's when it's time to pay attention, right? It depends on like how you're going. So the overall market for the day is where you really should be trading into. Um, but with scalping, it's a little bit different, right? So you can kind of like catch those little swings, right? So there's a couple of rules that apply to some strategies, and there's some rules that don't go to every one of them, right? So, for example, like trading when it's coming off of the EMA, like immediately when it crosses the EMA, don't trade on that. Like that's one strategy. But sometimes when you're swing trading, you can kind of do that, and that's really what this is. Like you're kind of catching that swing up or low. So um, pay attention. Now, if we break above this little area, right, that could also mean our signal to buy, and that's our signal. And it's not long enough, and I jumped into it. That sucks, but I think we can manage. Yeah. See, there we go. We're not going to close above it, and we got faked out. Okay. I didn't pay attention to the time, and it was right when that candle started, so that got me. There. So you've seen a mistake, and you've seen where my emotions got into it because the moment that I seen it break above us, I got excited. But what I didn't pay attention to was that candle time. So there we go, and you can kind of see how this rectangle works, right here. So how that benefits you a little bit because clearly, if it comes above this and it closes and it starts to kind of form and going up, probably a good moment. But you at least want to be halfway through the candle before entering your trade. You just have to make your own diligence. So we're banging on this. So it looks like we're going for higher highs. Where are we going to go? So I'm going to sit and wait. Man, we're about where we started, so I lost the profit on that really bad decision, so don't do that. Yep, here we are. We're going down. Where's this candle going to close? Probably below it. Bad trading moment for Bitcoin OTC right now. Yeah. Huge rejection. I wouldn't be surprised if the bears don't step in. pretty heavy, but we're banging on it. We're trying to go higher. Too soon. Uh, all right, we might close above it. That's pretty big. Yeah, we're gonna close above it. So this next candle's about to tell us something. Pushing for higher highs. Nope, nope. It got you. And you know where it got you from? Right here. Same that pushback. Not enough momentum. Ooh, a huge rejection, but we're still not halfway to the point yet, so too early to call it. Where is it going? I almost entered my trade and no. I could probably swing it down and catch this downward hilt, but I don't know. It's iffy. It's a risky little deal right now. Very volatile. All right, I think we're gonna go up. That bottom wick is bigger than the top wick. Yep. And our confirmation. Why does this keep popping up, huh? Not a long enough time frame for that, and we got wasted, completely wasted. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We got wasted. I got too excited there. You can kind of see it, and then we lost huge power, and then the bear came in. Very, very dangerous right now. I'm gonna take it back down on price. Just to see what we can do. Mm-hmm. Come on, overtake it. Overtake it. No. Come on. Come on. Please tell me I don't get stopped out because of the stupid time. Ah, okay. Whew. All right. Risky trade. Okay. These are the double ups that I did, so. Go to 50 seconds. That was too long. All right, so now what you're going to see right here is this is probably going to react as a support, and I wouldn't be surprised if these next candles, for example, if this candle closed like above that support level, then the next candle is weaker, right? And then it starts to kind of move up, then we're bouncing off of it. It kind of looks like what's going to happen. Or the next scenario is that we close below this acting support level, and then that next candle confirms that we're going to continue down, up, Yeah, we're gonna wait for this candle to confirm what we need. And these are kind of like why it's good to have these indicators for you. So like when you have these drawings, right? So this is where you can kind of like, okay, we did this work on figuring everything out. Huge rejection of a lower price halfway through the candle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's going to go down just because we got that bear coming in. And let's see how the market is going to fight me today. Hmm. Okay, not too much, not enough time. We were right with it, but just wasn't enough time. 2 minute 10. And I'm lagging for some reason. Yeah, you see, we ran out of time, but that's kind of the direction we were going. All right. Why is it 50? I just put it, you guys seen that I put that at a minute. That screwed me over. And I broke my own cardinal rule because I got so flustered. But mm, as we thought. Yeah. As we thought. Let's see what it's going to do here. Let's take a look overall, make sure up. Kind of like right here. Hmm. How do I want to play that? Yep. Okay. We did pretty good there. 30 seconds would have been too risky, and we still might get stopped out. So, yeah. 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 Okay. Ooh, all right. Mm, should have been 45. Hopefully we don't get stopped out and it goes down. Ah, we broke even. Why is this doing it to me? Hmm. Lower, lower, lower. Rejection of higher means it's uncertain. And I think it's gonna go lower. Where is all of this coming from? Hmm. Okay, came into profit a little bit. Boom. All right, very good. Hmm. Oh, and I. Mm, mm, mm. Damn it. All right. Ah, shit, too long of a time because it's gonna go down. Yep, and there we go. Hmm. 'Iffy. I don't want to enter this. I think it's gonna go up. Too dangerous to enter right now. Moving in a bit of a range. Let's take a look. In the past, there we go. Kind of repeating this pattern. Mm-hmm. Dangerous as we're coming here. So we're going to wait. Wait for a couple of candles to come through. Yep. See, and if you got excited as it's coming down closer, would have been a fake out. So huge rejection. So the bulls are kind of wanting to come in. Let's see what it's going to do. Hmm. Is this our moment or not? Let's take a look. I'll go ahead and enter a trade, but oh, okay, we got one. Um, let's see. Bouncing off. What we're doing. Okay, let's come back to the trade. I just wanted to move that. Oh, okay, very good. And it's coming up. Oh, a rejection. That's actually my fault, but let's let it play out just to see what's going to happen. Huge rejection of a higher price. Not very good, but 20 seconds left on the candle and 36 seconds for us. Do I want to be risky? Yeah, I think I want to be risky. Why not? After all, let's play. Hmm. And the risk did not pay off. That's fine. We're going to take it to 30 seconds. Six seconds. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Go to the monthly, the weekly, and oh, let's go to the 5 minute chart just to kind of take a gander. Mm-hmm. RSI, so okay. Go to our real account here. Mm-hmm. Good. Mhm. Mhm. All right, we're gonna let those play out and take a look at the chart here just to kind of pay attention to what's going on. Some buyings coming in, which is really good. Really, really, really good. Mm-hmm. All right. So where do we want to go? That's the 5 minute. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's jumping up like we thought it would. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna wait and see. Mm-hmm. Okay, we lost a lot. Mm-hmm. Quite a bit. Um, that's okay. Mm-hmm. We're gonna make it back. I got too excited. Mm-hmm. We're still moving down. That is the momentum. Why is it freezing? Bro. So short of a time. Okay. All right, we're going to call it stops here. I've lost too much, and I will catch you guys on the next live stream. Until then, have a wonderful trading period. And I'm going to take a look and see what we can do about my little strategy. There's what's going on right in the middle of that. I stopped to pay attention.